Welcome to the Burp Suite Intruder room. In this room, we will explore Burp Suite's Intruder module, which offers automated request manipulation and enables tasks such as fuzzing and brute forcing. If you are not familiar with Burp Suite's proxy and repeater functionality, it is recommended to complete at least the Burp Basics room before proceeding. Burp Suite's Intruder module is a powerful tool that allows for automated and customizable attacks. It provides the ability to modify specific parts of a request and perform repetitive tests with variations of input data. Intruder is particularly useful for tasks like fuzzing and brute forcing, where different values need to be tested against a target. Deploy the target VM.
I like how it tells you first, and then it disappeared.
Intruder is Burp Suite's built-in fuzzing tool that allows for automated request modification and repetitive testing with variations in input values. By using a captured request, often from the proxy module, Intruder can send multiple requests with slightly altered values based on user-defined configurations. It serves various purposes, such as brute forcing login forms by substituting username and password fields with values from a word list, or performing fuzzing attacks using word lists to test subdirectories, endpoints, or virtual hosts. Intruder's functionality is comparable to command line tools like UFAS or FYUF. However, it's important to note that while Intruder can be used with Burp Community Edition, it is rate limited, significantly reducing its speed compared to Burp Professional. This limitation often leads security practitioners to rely on other tools for fuzzing and brute forcing. Nonetheless, Intruder remains a valuable tool and is worth learning how to use it effectively. Let's explore the Intruder interface.
Oh, memory. Won't wait for that to load now. I'm just waiting for the fucking Burp Suite to load. Instantly tired. It's not 31,000 points.
The initial view of Intruder presents a simple interface where we can select our target. This field will already be populated if a request has been sent from the proxy, using Ctrl+I or right-clicking and selecting Send to Intruder. There are 4 sub-tabs within Intruder. Positions, this tab.
Let's see what that VM goes to. I don't know. Maybe I should let it teach me. Got a cat in the background.
There are 4 sub-tabs within Intruder. Positions, this tab allows us to select an attack type, which we will cover in a future task, and configure where we want to insert our payloads in the request template. Payloads, here we can select values to insert into the positions defined in the Positions tab. We have various payload options, such as loading items from a word list. The way these payloads are inserted into the template depends on the attack type chosen.
Payload. I'm trying to find out what payloads. Where the fuck are any of this? Resource pool. Where's any of that thing is talking about? Oh. Payloads. Positions. I don't know where positions are.
Payloads, here we can select values to insert into the positions defined in the Positions tab. We have various payload options, such as loading items from a word list. The way these payloads are inserted into Payloads, here we can select values to insert into the positions defined in the Positions tab. We have various payload options, such as loading items from a word list. The way these payloads are inserted into the template depends on the attack type chosen in the Positions tab.
Oh, where's the Positions
The
tab?
Payloads tab also enables us to modify Intruder's behavior regarding payloads, such as defining pre-processing rules for each payload, example adding a prefix or suffix, performing match and replace, or skipping payloads based on a defined regex. Resource Pool. This tab is not particularly useful in the Burp Community Edition. It allows for resource allocation among various automated tasks in Burp Professional. Without access to these automated tasks, this tab is of limited importance. Settings. This tab allows us to configure attack behavior. It primarily deals with how Burp handles results and the attack itself. For instance, we can flag requests containing specific text or define Burp's response to redirect 3xx responses. Note, the term fuzzing refers to the process of testing functionality or existence by applying a set of data to a parameter. For example, fuzzing for endpoints in a web application involves taking each word in a word list and appending it to a request URL. Example HTTP URL to observe.
I used wfuzz before. I think it's used to find like web pages and shit. Yeah, find hidden directories on the website. That's what I know. That's what I know to use it for. I don't know where positions are. I have no idea where positions are. Oh, this is positions. Okay.
When using Burp Suite Intruder to perform an attack, the first step is to examine the positions within the request where we want to insert our payloads. These positions inform Intruder about the locations where our payloads will be introduced, as we will explore in upcoming tasks. Let's navigate to the Positions tab. Notice that Burp Suite automatically attempts to identify the most probable positions where payloads can be inserted. These positions are highlighted in green and enclosed by section marks. On the right-hand side of the interface, we find the following buttons: Add, Clear, and Auto. The Add button allows us to define new positions manually by highlighting them within the request editor and then clicking the button. The Clear button removes all defined positions, providing a blank canvas where we can define our own positions. The Auto button automatically attempts to identify the most likely positions based on the request. This feature is helpful if we previously cleared the default positions and want them back. The following GIF demonstrates the process of adding, clearing, and automatically reselecting positions.
A little different, huh?
Payload sets. This section allows us to choose the position for which we want to configure a payload set and select the type of payload we want to use. When using attack types that allow only a single payload set, sniper or battering ram, the payload set drop-down will have only one option, regardless of the number of defined positions. If we use attack types that require multiple payload sets, pitchfork or cluster bomb, there will be one item in the drop-down for each position. Note, when assigning numbers in the payload set drop-down for multiple positions, follow a top to bottom, left to right order. For example, with two positions, username equals pentester and password equals x01ted, the first item in the payload set drop-down would refer to the username field, and the second item would refer to the password field.
Well, it looks the same on this one, though, doesn't it?
Payload settings. This section provides options specific to the selected payload type for the current payload set. For example, when using the simple list payload type, we can manually add or remove payloads to / from the set using the add text box, paste lines, or load payloads from a file. For example, when using the simple list payload type, we can manually add or remove payloads. For example, when using the simple list payload type, we can manually add or remove payloads to / from the set using the add text box, paste lines, or load payloads from a file. The Remove button removes the currently selected line, and the Clear button clears the entire list. Be cautious with loading huge lists, as
add. Where's add? Oh, add.
It may cause Burp to crash. Each payload type will have its own set of options and functionality. Explore the options available to understand the range of possibilities.
I'm lost. I am so lost.
Payload processing. In this section, we can define rules to be applied to each payload in the set before it is sent to the target. Payload processing. In this section, we can define rules to be applied to each payload in the set before it is sent to the target. For example, we can capitalize every word, skip payloads that match a regex pattern, or apply other transformations or filtering. While you may not use this section frequently, it can be highly valuable when specific payload processing is required for your attack. Payload encoding. The section allows us to customize the encoding options for our payloads. By default, Burp Suite applies URL encoding to ensure the safe transmission of payloads. However, there may be cases where we want to adjust the encoding behavior. We can override the default URL encoding options by modifying the list of characters to be encoded or unchanged, checking the URL encode these characters checkbox. By leveraging these sections, we can create and customize payload sets to suit the specific requirements of our attacks. This level of control allows us to finely tune our payloads for effective testing and exploitation. The Positions tab of Burp Suite Intruder has a drop-down menu for selecting the attack type. Intruder offers 4 attack types, each serving a specific purpose. Let's explore each of them. Sniper. The sniper attack type is the default and most commonly used option. It cycles through the payloads, inserting one payload at a time into each position defined in the request. Sniper attacks iterate through all the payloads in a linear fashion, allowing for precise and focused testing. Battering ram. The battering ram attack type differs from sniper in that it sends all payloads simultaneously, each payload inserted into its respective position. This attack type is useful when testing for race conditions or when payloads need to be sent concurrently. Pitchfork. The pitchfork attack type enables the simultaneous testing of multiple positions with different payloads. It allows the tester to define multiple payload sets, each associated with a specific position in the request. Pitchfork attacks are effective when there are distinct parameters that need separate testing. Cluster bomb. The cluster bomb attack type combines the sniper and pitchfork approaches. It performs a sniper-like attack on each position but simultaneously tests all payloads from each set. This attack type is useful when multiple positions have different payloads, and we want to test them all together. Each attack type has its advantages and is suitable for different testing scenarios. Understanding their differences helps us select the appropriate attack type based on the testing objectives.
Sniper. Oh, no, that's it. Come on, fuck with me.
The sniper attack type is the default and most commonly used attack type in Burp Suite Intruder. It is particularly effective for single position attacks, such as password brute force or fuzzing for API endpoints. In a sniper attack, we provide a set of payloads, which can be a word list, or a range of numbers, and Intruder inserts each payload into each defined position in the request. Let's refer to our example template from before. In this example, we have two positions defined for the username and password body parameters. In a sniper attack, Intruder takes each payload from the payload set and substitutes it into each defined position in turn. Assuming we have a word list with 3 words, Burp, Suite, and Intruder, Intruder would generate 6 requests.
Oh, okay.
Observe how Intruder starts with the first position, username, and substitutes each payload into it, then moves to the second position, password, and performs the same substitution with the payloads. The total number of requests made by Intruder Sniper can be calculated as requests equals number of words asterisk number of positions. The sniper attack type is beneficial when we want to perform tests with single position attacks, utilizing different payloads for each position. It allows for precise testing and analysis of different payload variations.
What's going on, man? It's like not taking it. I know that's right. Man, I don't know what's going on. Did I get it right? Yep. I'm getting them right.
The battering ram attack type in Burp Suite Intruder differs from Sniper in that it places the same payload in every position simultaneously, rather than substituting each payload into each position in turn. Let's refer back to our previous example template. As shown in the table, each payload from the word list is inserted into every position for each request made. In a battering ram attack, the same payload is thrown at every defined position simultaneously, providing a brute force-like approach to testing. The battering ram attack type is useful when we want to test the same payload against multiple positions at once without the need for sequential substitution. In the upcoming tasks, we will explore further configurations and settings related to Intruder's battering ram attack type and examine its applications in different scenarios.
Oh my god. That's a hypothetical question. You need to perform. It's just you need to perform a battering ram intruder attack on example request above. What's up with this shit, man? Something's up. That's what I'm looking for, yeah. Tripping.
The pitchfork attack type in Burp Suite Intruder is similar to having multiple sniper attacks. That nigga wasn't even online. The pitchfork attack type in Burp Suite Intruder is similar to having multiple sniper attacks running simultaneously. While Sniper uses one payload set to test all positions simultaneously, Pitchfork utilizes one payload set per position, up to a maximum of 20, and iterates through them all simultaneously. To better understand Pitchfork, let us revisit our brute force example, but this time with two word lists. The first word list contains usernames, Joel, Harriet, and Alex. The second word list contains passwords, J03L, Emma1815, and SK1LL. We can use these two lists to perform a pitchfork attack on the login form. Each request made during the attack would look like this.
Okay.
As shown in the table, Pitchfork takes the first item from each list and substitutes them into the request, one per position. It then repeats this process for the next request by taking the second item from each list and substituting it into the template. Intruder continues this iteration until one or all of the lists run out of items. It's important to note that Intruder stops testing as soon as one of the lists is complete. Therefore, in pitchfork attacks, it is ideal for the payload sets to have the same length. If the lengths of the payload sets differ, Intruder will only make requests until the shorter list is exhausted, and the remaining items in the longer list will not be tested. The pitchfork attack type is especially useful when conducting credential stuffing attacks or when multiple positions require separate payload sets. It allows for simultaneous testing of multiple positions with different payloads. In the upcoming tasks, we will explore further configurations and settings related to Intruder's pitchfork attack type and explore its applications in different scenarios, including credential stuffing attacks.
What's up? Why is it acting all weird?
The cluster bomb attack type in Burp Suite Intruder allows us to choose multiple payload sets, one per position, up to a maximum of 20. Unlike Pitchfork, where all payload sets are tested simultaneously, cluster bomb iterates through each payload set individually, ensuring that every possible combination of payloads is tested. To illustrate the cluster bomb attack type, let's use the same word lists as before, usernames, Joel, Harriet, and Alex. Passwords, J03L, Emma1815, and SK1LL. In this example, let's assume that we don't know which password belongs to which user. We have 3 users and 3 passwords, but the mappings are unknown. In this case, we can use a cluster bomb attack to try every combination of values. The request table for our username and password positions would look like this.
No, that's understand it. Harriet, Alex, and Joel. Joel and Emma. Okay.
As shown in the table, the cluster bomb attack type iterates through every combination of the provided payload sets. It tests every possibility by substituting each value from each payload set into the corresponding position in the request. Cluster bomb attacks can generate a significant amount of traffic as it tests every combination. The number of requests made by a cluster bomb attack can be calculated by multiplying the number of lines in each payload set together. It's important to be cautious when using this attack type, especially when dealing with large payload sets.
Alright, block hand.
As shown in the table, the cluster bomb attack type iterates through every combination of the provided payload sets. It tests every possibility by substituting each value from each payload set into the corresponding position in the request. Cluster bomb attacks can generate a significant amount of traffic as it tests every combination. The number of requests made by a cluster bomb attack can be calculated by multiplying the number of lines in each payload set together. It's important to be cautious when using this attack type, especially when dealing with large payload sets. Additionally, when using Burp Community and its intruder rate limiting, the execution of a cluster bomb attack with a moderately sized payload set can take a significantly longer time. The cluster bomb attack type is particularly useful for credential brute forcing scenarios where the mapping between usernames and passwords is unknown. In the upcoming tasks, we will explore further configurations and settings related to Intruder's cluster bomb attack type and examine its applications in different scenarios.
It's fucking. I don't know. Times 2 times 3 6,000. I'm thinking it's 6,000. TryHackMe's down or something, boy. It's like being overrun. So I guess I got it right.
To put our theoretical knowledge into practice, we will attempt to gain access to the support portal located at http URL This portal follows a typical login structure, and upon inspecting its source code, we find that no protective measures have been implemented.
Never. That's what I'm trying. Let's try that. No, I wasn't it either. Alright, let's actually do it then. I figured it'd be that. Alright, what is this thing? At the post, blah blah blah. Protect members that this portal follows. How? What do you mean? How do you see? Where does he see that at? I don't see that anywhere. Where the fuck do you find this at? I wish the AI thing would work. Where do you use That's what I did, but I don't see it anywhere. Oh. Okay. I see it now. Text username, placeholder username. For username. Platform control. Type password. Name, password, placeholder, password. Oh. Oh. I was like, did it just tell me? Alright. How do I know there's no protective measures in it? Login form. Oh, come on. It's fucking TryHackMe's like crashing and shit. I don't understand how I can see that and know there's no protective measures on that. I don't understand. ChatGPT. I already paid money. Look at HTML snippet is enough to tell us what the image is like. Place. Here's why. Here. That's what I'm saying. How do I tell? All this shows that it uses post, not get, which is good. Credentials aren't visible in URL. No, it has no client side validation or protected visible at JavaScript and hash and token. But that's all you can see. HTML is just the front end. What you can't tell.
Here, how to actually check for protection, safely and legitimately. If you're doing this in a testing or auditing role, like a developer or pentester with permission, you'd want to inspect network requests
Too slow.
via
See where the post request goes, review server-side code. Okay. You motherfucker. AI ain't fucking. They ain't telling me nothing. Yeah, you know, fucking Miles told me today. Are we gonna play today? I was like, this bullshit. He ain't even been online. I was like, I'm gonna study because I know you ain't gonna come online.
Given the absence of protective measures, we have multiple options to exploit this form, including a cluster bomb attack for brute forcing the credentials. However, we have an easier approach at our disposal. Approximately 3 months ago, Bastion Hosting fell victim to a cyber attack, compromising employee usernames, email addresses, and plain text passwords. While the affected employees were instructed to change their passwords promptly, there is a possibility that some disregarded this advice. As we possess a list of known usernames, each accompanied by a corresponding password, we can leverage a credential stuffing attack instead of a straightforward brute force. This method proves advantageous and significantly quicker, especially when utilizing the rate-limited version of Intruder. To access the leaked credentials, download the file from the target machine using the following command in the attack box. Book it HTTP URL.
I already got it. Oh, this fucking VM's garbage. I already got it. It's right there. Should I extract it? Oops. There we go. Okay, so I got all that. Tutorial.
Tutorial. To solve this example, follow these steps to conduct a credential stuffing attack with Burp macros. Download and prepare word lists. Download and extract the Bastion Hosting creds.zip file.
Already did.
Within the extracted folder, find the following word lists: emails.txt, usernames.txt, passwords.
Yep.
These contain lists of leaked emails, usernames, and passwords, respectively. The last list contains the combined email and password lists. We will be using the usernames.txt and passwords.txt lists. Navigate to HTTP URL. In your browser, activate the Burp proxy and attempt to log in, capturing the request in your proxy. Note that any credentials will suffice for this step.
Alright. I'm back in. I wonder if I can just Madden and Bam Bam. Let's try that. I want to try that real quick. No, whatever. Alright. I don't need to turn the proxy on. Burp proxy. Turn on, motherfucker. Fucking useless. Whatever. It damn for sure ain't fucking working. Proxy it is on and everything. I pay $16 a month for this shit. Come on, man. Alright, got it. Okay, so what? Activate blah blah blah, capture proxy, blah blah blah. Send a capture request from the proxy intruder to the intruder. Okay, send to intruder. Now it's here. Okay. You know. Alright, we're about to do an attack. Okay, and then send the capture request from the proxy, blah blah blah. In the position subtain. Was it what? We're not doing a sniper attack though. What are we doing? Hang on, I'm confused. We're not gonna do it. Are we doing a sniper attack? Oh yeah. We're doing a pitchfork, that's what I thought. Larry, username Larry, password Larry. There we go. That's why I knew I had to do something. You know. Select the attack type to pitchfork. Okay. Attack Larry. Move the payloads. Okay. I need 2 sets. Alright. And I can load them. Okay. Usernames. Oh, it's fucking backwards. Clear. Simple list. Load. Remove, clear. 1, load, usernames. 2, load, passwords. Alright, I'm guessing that's probably what it wants me to do. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I did that. Click the start attack. Oh, it's throttled.
Click the Start Attack button to begin the credential stuffing attack. A warning about rate limiting may appear. Click OK to proceed. The attack will take a few minutes to complete in Burp community. Once the attack starts, a new window will display the results of the requests. However, as Burp sent 100 requests, we need to identify which ones were successful. Since the response status codes are not differentiating successful and unsuccessful attempts, all are 302 redirects, we need to use the response length to distinguish them.
Response length. Okay. Okay, whatever.
Click on the header for the length column to sort the results by byte length. Look for the request with a shorter response length, indicating a successful login attempt.
Ooh.
To confirm the successful login attempt, use the credentials from the request with the shorter response length to log in.
M.Rivera. Alright, well, let's try it. Oops, damn it. That's it. M.Rivera, let me in 1. Boom. Oh shit. M. Rivera. Shit. Yeah. That's pretty cool. I didn't know you could do that. It's 10:30. I'm kind of getting hungry. I can probably finish this maybe.
Having gained access to the support system, we now have the opportunity to explore its functionalities and see what actions we can perform. Upon accessing the home interface, we are presented with a table displaying various tickets. Clicking on any row redirects us to a page where we can view the complete ticket. By examining the URL structure, we observe that these pages are numbered in the following format: HTTP URL. The numbering system indicates that the tickets are assigned integer identifiers rather than complex and hard-to-guess IDs. This information is significant because it suggests 2 possible scenarios: access control, the endpoint may be properly configured to restrict.
Hang on. So that should be ticket number 78. Alright. Alright, whatever.
The numbering system indicates that the tickets are assigned integer identifiers rather than complex and hard-to-guess IDs. This information is significant because it suggests two possible scenarios: access control. The endpoint may be properly configured to restrict access only to tickets assigned to our current user. In this case, we can only view tickets associated with our account. IDOR vulnerability. Alternatively, the endpoint may lack appropriate access controls, leading to a vulnerability known as insecure.
How big is those word list again? It was only 100.
IDOR vulnerability. Alternatively, the endpoint may lack appropriate access controls, leading to a vulnerability known as insecure direct object references, IDOR. If this is the case, we could potentially exploit the system and read all existing tickets, regardless of the assigned user. To investigate further, we will utilize the Intruder tool to fuzz the /support/ticket/number endpoint. This approach will help us determine whether the endpoint has been correctly configured or if an IDOR vulnerability is present. Let's proceed with the fuzzing process. Note: you have to capture a request while being logged in.
Fuck. God damn it. Okay, sure, save. Probably the sniper. There's a numbers payload for that. Where's the browser? You motherfucking browser. Fucking. Why does it always fucking do that? Are you fucking kidding me? just keeps disappearing. Why won't the proxy shit just work? Where the fuck does the browser keep going? It just keeps disappearing. It would be nice if this. There. Oh, motherfucker. Something don't seem right. Okay. There's a number from 0 to. God damn it. It sure ain't. It don't seem like it's working. Why is that all I'm getting? Step. Looper request logic set up correctly. I don't think that's right. Oh, you motherfucker. Oh, that was the problem. These 5. Where does it go when it does that? I'm not understanding. fucking lost. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm confused on what the fuck did I do wrong. What the fuck am I doing wrong? What's up, bro? I don't understand, but what the fuck am I doing wrong? But when I add it in here, I get all the same status codes. I'm not understanding. Let's try 19. Let's see. No. I'm just gonna go off the response time. 33. Let's just try to, because I don't know. They're all giving me the same thing. I have no idea what I'm doing wrong. No. What the fuck am I doing wrong for this thing not to be working? Everything looks right. I don't know what the step means. Fuck, man. '49's longer. Let's try 49 and 53. See if that does anything. Nope. I'm still loading. What the fuck, man? Alright, let's see. I want the answers. I want to walk through because this I can't. It better not expire, motherfucker. Because I'm not. Nope. I don't want the fucking answers. I hate that shit. There's not like a good fucking actual walkthrough. Because everything looks right. I don't know what the fuck is wrong, but everything looks right. Support line. Okay. What the fuck? I don't want to create a Python fucking script. That's totally not the way how they did it. But we could do it that way. Numbers. Fuck it. Whatever. Let's do that. Fuck it. That seems a lot easier. I can just put a payload in it. Is that the script right there? That don't seem right. And then what? Okay, and then I'll load it to what? If I simple list and load it. Alright, let's fuck it. Let's try that. That seems easy. Touch. Fuck. I don't remember what he said. I don't remember. What was it again? Pi. 100.pi. Motherfucker, that's not even right. Motherfucker, go back. I hope that's the script because I don't remember that makes any sense. For I in the range 101, print I, so it'll go all the way to 101. That shit, would that be right? Right. Where'd I save that at? 100.pi. 100.pi. Numbers. Now, did it work? sure didn't work. No, I don't think this is a new room. This room's been out for a while. I think it's on the junior penetration tester. It sure did not make 100 numbers for me at all. Command not found. 100.pi. Well. Oh shit, that's why it didn't work. My dumbass. Guess you gotta run the script. Invalid syntax. That's why I never write scripts. For I in a range. Where's the invalid syntax at? There's 3 lines. God damn. Well, see, now I'm stuck on trying to make a fucking Python script work. Invalid syntax. Why? Whatever. There's gotta be a video. Oh, sweet. Intruder. I don't, because I can't figure out what the fuck the problem is.
In this episode, it'll actually be this. So I'm just gonna go. All right. For this example, we're actually going to go to a login page. I knew that there had to be a login page if we're gonna use brute force or anything with Intruder, really. So if we look at that that login page, the HTML code behind it, we'll see there's basically a basic form that we can submit. So there's a form
watch a video on a video.
Post, and then you have a username and a password, and that's basically it. And so if we capture this, we should be able to do username and password in the place of those form fields. So approximately 3 months ago, Bastion Hosting fell victim to a cyber attack compromising employee usernames, email addresses, and it loaded. So it loads every time you go to the page on the second screen. It actually loads it.
Come on,
attempt.
man.
And to confirm the successful login attempt, use the credentials from the form down here, and then go and actually log in to the website.
No,
so
that's not.
in the complete ticket, by examining the URL structure, we can see that it has that plus the ticket number. So you can see that support ticket and then the number of the ticket, right? The numbering system indicates that the tickets are assigned with integer identifiers rather than complex and hard to guess IDs. This is significant because it suggests 2 possible scenarios: access control and EDOR vulnerability. EDOR is essentially when we can just change this value to anything and potentially see what doesn't belong to us. So ticket number 5 either is not found or it actually doesn't belong to me, so therefore, and then I'm just gonna reload this to actually have that payload. There we go, now we have support ticket. So we're going to send this to the intruder so we can go ahead and mess around with it a little bit.
Well, maybe that's what I did wrong. Let's try that. I'm gonna proxy back, blah, 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 send that to intruder. It's still the same fucking thing, ain't nothing changed. Add that number list from 1 to 100. It's still, it's still the exact same thing. And it stops. All right, let's go back to the video.
And now we see this portion, support ticket this, right? So
Ooh.
I'm gonna turn this right here. I'm just gonna add that to add the
Oh fuck, that's what I've been doing wrong. Do I add that there? Here, clear that. We add that there. Here, look.
position to just the number, because that's basically.
Oh. Will that work? Okay, there we go. Fuck. Thanks, dude. Thanks, dude. There we go. So I asked the AI thing. It said, "Yeah, you used the referrer." No, it was the support ticket. All right, status 200. I got 200 right here. That's 6 because that's a valid one, of course. It's not done, is it? Okay. 4. I see a 200. Where's that 200 right there? There's 200. 47. Let's try 47. Nope, that's not it. Go back. do that. 57. Let's try 57. 57. Nope, that's not it. Alright. It's gonna be like 92 or some shit. I knew something was wrong. And the AI thing was wrong. I know the extra mile, that's gonna be a fucking pain. I might just do that tomorrow. I'm gonna tell AI that. Yeah, fuck it. Maybe I did it wrong. Oh, 78. Is 78 it? You motherfucker. It's gonna be the last one, ain't it? Fucker. Don't tell me it. There we go. 83. Is it 83? It's gotta be 83. There we go. Motherfucker. Fuck. Extra mile challenge. I don't know if I want to do that today. Yeah, we'll do that tomorrow. At least I got almost all of it done. I'm hungry. Fuck, man. That was a bitch. Fuck that. Alright, so tomorrow I'll finish it. I didn't even expect to get this far. So we'll do the extra mile one tomorrow. Where we at on this thing? Still in the top 2%. Alright, well, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm hungry, so